Here we go. Good evening, Thrivers. Welcome. It's October 18th. It's 7 o'clock here in Texas. I know a lot of people are probably going to be watching the Rangers and the Astros game. So if you are joining us, throw in the comments who you want to win tonight, if it's Rangers or if it's Astros. Tell me who it is. Let's see if I don't know if I can turn a poll on here. I've never done it. I'm learning new things, but it would be fun to understand who's out there and who's joining us. We have a jam-packed evening this evening, and I am super excited to welcome four lovely and exceptional ladies to join us this evening as we go through, how to build, how to grow. We've done these in the past, and we kind of focused on, how do you grow from brand promoter to 4K to 12K, and we've gotten a lot of good feedback on that. Where we really saw we wanted to get as many people involved in is how to start. And so I hope that all of you that are on the line, and I see more people rolling in, so I'll keep kind of talking real quick just so I can let more squeeze in. How to start, right? This is that webinar, this is that Zoom where you as a brand new promoter are trying to understand what this is all about. You probably were contacted by a promoter, or you maybe have been a customer and been on your Thrive experience for a long time, but now you're trying to figure out, what are we going to do? How am I going to make a little bit of cash off of this? How am I going to turn this into a great stay-at-home business? How is this going to go from my side gig to my full-time gig? And then I have all the flexibility that you hear, you see, you get to experience when you go on our getaways. How do I become that person? And I've got Chastity Marie, I've got Krista Purdy, I've got Amanda Savage, and I've got Ayla Lorge, who are in different phases of their Thrive journey. Chastity's been here the longest. I think 2014 is when she started her journey back in February. Ayla's our newest person. September, yay, welcome to the crew. So it's exciting, it's entertaining. We are going to have a bunch of tips, tricks, and all that. I'm going to go through a couple little housekeeping items very quickly. If you were in Vegas, I hope you had a blast. I'm still slightly recovering from the dryness. It seems like every time I go to Vegas, I come back with a sinus infection, and it's not because of all the other stuff. It's just the place is so dry. But we had a blast there. We introduced a couple of new products, men's and women's, both classic and elite, and bulk capsules now. Nice. So if you're just staying at home, you don't have to keep ripping open the little capsules. You can save those for your sample packs, and now you can go and get those for yourself. As well as our elite shakes are in bulk as well too. Again, you can just scoop it out. You can put it in the container of your choice, however you want to do to make it easier for yourselves. And it's definitely a little more sustainable for the environment. Everything that is made with 100% post-recycled plastics, and they are fully recyclable. So make sure to put them in the blue bin, not the black bin. At least that's where it is where I live. Second is and I've got it right up here, our Cran Plus. This is an amazing tasting stick-pack powder that we introduced for urinary health, urinary tract symptoms. And if you haven't tried it, you need to. I'm starting to drink these every day. Not that I have any issues. I just like the taste of it. Great vitamin C, great antioxidant, loaded with D-mannose, which can help flush out your system. So if you know people that might have that on the regular occurrence, grab one of these, grab a couple of samples and pass them off to them. I know it's going to be a quick winner, an easy seller, and one that you end up loving. Last but not least, we do have Thrive Palooza 2024. Back to New Orleans. We're going to have an amazing time. I was actually chatting with the events team today, trying to start getting the planning upcoming, making sure that we get everybody there, making it easier, going back to kind of the original drawing board possibly, and just having as much fun as we can. Amazing entertainment, lots of breakout sessions for everybody to attend, not only taught by Thrive trainers, but I'm going to be bringing in some outside speakers as well, people that can help you out, not just in the social media world like Brock Johnson, but other trainers that we do have that could help with closing, that can help with the art of the deal, maybe just a little bit more empowerment. And then Saturday, big presentations from Mr. Jason Camper. I myself will be there as well too. We'll have some amazing motivational speakers and some great panels, as well as the awards, indoctrinating our new millionaires, our GOAT awards, our top PPA winners. So are you going to be on it? April 18th through the 20th in New Orleans. Get your tickets booked on airfare, because that's usually the biggest expense, right? Get that booked now, and then the link will be coming for the hotel. It'll be a discounted rate. Don't worry about that. We will have plenty of rooms. So worry about the airfare. So, all right, we're ready to get started. And I'm super excited to listen because as we're going through our practice sessions and our training sessions, these ladies have got what you need to get your industry, your empire, your enterprise, whatever you want to call it, but to get it built and get it growing. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not a promoter. You will hear me say this multiple times, but I learned something from all these Zooms. And you know, the one thing that I hear the most from all of this, it is duplication. That is the key of where this all starts. And it all starts at VIP 400. Right when you click that promoter button, start looking to VIP 400. And you duplicate to 800, and you duplicate to 1600, and you duplicate to 4K in 30 days, and you duplicate and you do. That's this process. There's not a magic wand that we can wave that can do it. It's getting people signed up on as customers, and it's getting promoters in your team, and it's being a person of the product towards it. So, Cass, I am going to turn it over to you because they don't want to hear from me. Corporate just talks, and I give away free credits every now and then. I can make some stuff fun and all that. But everybody online right now wants to hear from you. So I'm going to hand the mic over to you and then let you and the team run with this. I might have a question or two for you here and there.
Perfect. Thank you, Cliff. Feel free to jump in. And when we were talking about this, we said we just want to have fun because I think that's the thing that we did in the beginning is we had fun. I'm Chastity Marie, and I've been thriving for 9.5 years now. And before I was a full-time thriver, I was in corporate IT, and I loved my career. I loved what I did. But when I found Thrive, I needed something that worked. And so, you know, I was not looking for a business. And so if you're on here because you do want to build a business. You want an additional income. You're spending the most valuable thing that you have, and that's your time. So we hope to bring you some tips and tricks that you can put into place right now. Statistics show when you get on something like this, a Zoom, and if you do not implement something, I don't care if it's just the smallest thing, if you don't implement immediately, you're going to lose it. So get some pen and paper, take some notes, and we're excited, and I'm honored to be on this Zoom with these ladies. So when I got started, I love the fact that starting 9.5 years ago, it really is the same today. So I'm talking to you if you're brand new, if you are returning, because we know people are coming back like hotcakes. People are like, hey, I know what I walked away from. I know what I'm missing. And, you know, that saying of you don't know what you have until it's gone. And so take Thrive out of your life and you'll start to see your productivity decrease. You'll start to see your motivation decrease. You'll start to see the people and the noise around you isn't as positive and looking for solutions to everyday situations that we have. So one of the things I can say is whether you're brand new, returning, or maybe you're an OG and you're needing to rekindle that flame, you have to go back to how you started. And that is announcing your business. If you were opening a brick and mortar, you would let people know that, hey, I am here, I am ready, I'm open for business, and I want to meet you. You would run promos, you'd give things away. You have to let the people know. We assume, and I won't go into what assume is, right? We assume that everybody knows, oh, now I've become a thriver. Now I'm enjoying my mornings more and I'm more productive. But let's be real. The algorithm isn't what it was 9.5 years ago. So it's just so critical. I don't know if y'all ever go to the nail salon, but I know there's some nail salons in my town, and it's like every quarter they're doing a grand opening. And I'm like, this is genius. They are relaunching their business every quarter, whether they just did they painted the inside a different color, or they got some new polished colors. They're doing something that's letting their audience know that they are here and they're open for business. So I want to encourage you, if you have not, even if you are, 7 days into your 14 days, if you're 7,000 days into this business, let's set a goal that going into a brand new month that we're going to relaunch our business. I know you've seen many posts out there that people say, hey, you've been around for a while, but let me tell you a little bit more about who I am and what I do. The thing that really created success and momentum in the beginning is we knew that this was a relationship business. You are in a sales relationship business, and the authenticity of the relationships that you create will drive your compensation. So I want you to write this down. Genuine conversations will create genuine compensation. You have to give yourself time, friends. If you are starting out and you only have a few followers, a few people that engage with you, you're going to have to take time to build that credibility. You're going to have to take time to build your experience in this industry. You're going to have to take time to, really work on that trust, because people are going to come into this business because they trust you. They've never heard of the product before. They've never heard of the business. They don't know who the corporate CEOs. They don't know who Cliff is. They're missing out. But you have to know that your trust is a key component to creating your team and creating your sales. So you're launched your business. You're in front of people. You cannot be afraid to ask for this sale. What you've done by telling people that you're starting the business is why you started. What is the benefit? What is it doing for you? And once you let people know, here's what it's doing for me, we've then got to talk to them. Remember, build that relationship and find out what situations do they have in their life that you have a solution to. Is it better? They need better rest. They need to just be able to sleep at night. Do they need more energy in the morning? Are they looking to, feel better about themselves during the holiday? It's about to be hoodie season, and, we just want to cover it up. Well, I say, hey, let's get to moving. Let's butter those biscuits. Let's get ready for some legging season. And so we don't have to cover it all up, that we feel confident, whatever that goodness looks for us. But, you have to know where you're going. You have to know that you are here to build a business and you're ready to go. If you lack direction when you first get started, you're going to lack confidence. So for me, I knew right out of the gate, I am sharing this business with my friends because they're tired, they're exhausted. So I got product in their hands, on their body, and then I showed them, how do you share? How do I share this? There was no negotiation. There was no compromise for them to say, well, I just want to be a secret thriver. Secret thriver, my friends, did not exist in the beginning. There was not that shyness of, I just want to try it. I want to see what it does for me, and then I'll share. We just came right out of the gate. We came out just, swinging and telling anybody and everybody, not just the people that would listen, anybody and everybody, that we were feeling better. So you've got to launch your business. You have to let people know you're open for business. You've got to get stories in front of people that are relatable, because your story is great, but the stories from the fan page, the stories from people that maybe the person that brought you in to this business, that's what you've got to get in front of those people that are watching you, because what's going to happen is they're going to say, that story reminds me of me. And if this works for her, some or him, somebody that gets it and they understand, maybe this can work for me. So what you're doing is you're giving them hope. You're giving them hope in the opportunity of what this can mean, just some extra energy in the morning. So, I love that even now, 9.5 years later, that we have people coming into this business every single day that are absolutely crushing it. And Ayla is on. And Ayla, I just have to say, my friend, I am so proud of you, because in the beginning, when I got started, I was brand new to the business. We didn't have, I know this sounds like we're archaic, but we didn't have all this Zoom stuff. It was calls. And literally, I would do my calls in front of a mirror so that I could see if I made any weird faces, to see, like if my tone would change. But I did it freaking scared. I remember getting a call from one of our CEOs and saying, I want you to be on a call tonight. And I'm like, I don't know what to say, but I did it. And that drove our team to be successful in our first 30 days. We didn't have our VIP 400. We just had our VIP 800, VIP 1600, our 4K, and our VIP auto bonus. And that's where we did not lack direction. We knew we were headed for that sweet spot, which was that 12K VIP. And that started by launching our business and taking that step of let's get a customer in the system. Let's get somebody that wants to build a business. And then we duplicate it. And so 9.5 years later, here we are. Ayla, I want you to share. You are just like me, working full time and still doing this side hustle. And I know you've got some tips for everybody on, and I can't wait. I'm so proud of you. Y'all give her some comments in the chat and just cheer her on, because she's brand new and she just said, I'll do it scared but I'll do it. So girlfriend, go ahead and give us some tips.
Awesome. Thank you. I super appreciate being on here. I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm super excited to be here. So yes, I work full time and I've got 2 little kids. And so my friend Siobhan, she's the one she's my upline. She promoted me. She has been so consistent over the years, and I've talked to her a handful of times, and I was a no and a no, but she stayed consistent with me, and it became the right time for me. And now she's been just an amazing help. So I'm so grateful. But so I jumped in. I was actually afraid to try Thrive because I knew I would love it. And then I knew I would want to turn it into a business. And I didn't want to add one more thing to my plate, but I'm glad that I did. And some of the things that have really helped me right from the beginning was I was put right away into a message chat with Siobhan, Sonia, Amber, Stephanie, some of my uplines who have been just completely amazing. Ask. I was asking them every question that I had. What are these wheels? What do they mean? What is this VIP 400? I don't know what it means. So they were there, more than willing to ask or answer all of the questions that I had. So that was super helpful. Right away in the beginning, I also got really familiar with my dashboard. So I went into the cloud office and I just was like, what is here? What are my resources? Like the price list, that was very helpful to start to look at the downloadables. There's so much gold in there. I could familiarize myself with some of the products that I didn't even know were there. And I even dove into some of the policy training, was taking some of the quizzes, getting to know the company, watching the videos. It really helped me just feel good and confident about the opportunity I was becoming a part of. So I thought that that was really, really helpful. And then also when you start a business, investment, right? So I had to invest, or I had invested in myself as a customer by getting myself thriving and loving it and feeling it. And then I chose to buy a promoter pack. That was probably the best thing that I did right from the start. Got my hands on some samples, got some ways to make different samples. It made me more confident in being able to know that I don't have to try to talk anybody into anything. I've got samples, I can get it in their hands and they can try it and see what works for them. So I thought that that was really helpful. And then, so as I started sharing my experience I've been using Facebook mostly. I do Facebook Lives. I know that what helped me get to it was seeing Siobhan do lives and show up consistently. So I'm like, well, that's what I'm going to do. So I try to show up every day and do a live about something, right? How is Thrive making me feel? How am I able to do something different? Or what's a mindset shift that I had? Like, what value can I offer to the people who are choosing to support me and follow me? And so as I started sharing with them, I started getting people asking questions, starting getting people who wanted to try the product. And at first, it got a little crazy. I was busy with work and my kids, and like, how do I fit this in? So I just found ways to try to streamline some things. What were the common questions I was asking people? What are your goals? What do you know about this product? How much caffeine or energy drinks are you drinking in a day? And I took some of those and I tossed them in a Google form. That way, when people would ask me, I could send them the link, they could fill out the information and they could send it back. And then I could communicate with them, asking them more questions. And and communicating. So I thought things like that were helpful. Um, and then I'm actually super excited because what I want to do is I want to find even better ways to streamline for myself reminders of, hey, this customer came in, they created an order. I want to check and see what is their tracking. When should they be getting their package? It's so exciting. I'm like, oh my gosh, your package is coming Saturday. Let me know if you get it. Saturday comes. Okay, did your package come? All right, awesome. The next day, oh, are you going to start thriving tomorrow? Awesome. What is their plan? And then check in with them at like the first couple of days. I love to just be probably all up in their face. How are you feeling? What's happening? Share with me. Because I just really, really want to support them and let them know that everything is customizable and we can go at their pace. And I just really want to know how they're feeling and what it's doing for them. And so all of that has been really, really, really helpful and feels really good. And more than anything, when it comes to the sharing, you guys, I just come from my heart. I'm sharing with people, how it might not be for them, or it might not be for them right now, or they just think it might not be for them, and that's fine. But if you know someone, we all know someone who could really get their hands on this product. I wouldn't be sharing it if I didn't believe in it and if it wasn't changing my life and the lives of my family members and some of my great friends. And so then I just ask people like, hey, if you've got questions or you want to try it, let me know. And if it's not for you right now, that's cool, but be the ripple. Help me help others. Share what I've got. And so I've had lots of people support me, even if they're not certain that it's for them. But I don't let that discourage me either, because I know, I was Siobhan's person who said no a couple times, and here I am, a year or two later, like, okay, I'm ready. It's my time. So I feel like those were some of the bigger things that helped me. I don't know, Chas, if there's any other questions you have or anything
Well,
else you'd like me
I
to
want to
share.
jump in here, Isla, because this is what you just said hits on it on a couple of things. One is the consistency, just showing up every day, right? You're busy, you've got a family, you've got a career, but showing up consistently at the same time every day and going live. That's one key step, right? If you do this once every week or something like that, then you're going to get results of once every week. But showing up every day is going to be a good thing. Second, the power of you. You're a brand new promoter. You're excited. You're enthusiastic. You're ready to rock and roll. And that comes through in your conversations with them. So I think you've got, when you capitalize on that and the being honest, right? Being relatable, being you. This isn't like you're not trying to be, the hype person on center stage of 1,000 person or 1,000,000 person concert. You're just being you because you know the people you're talking with. So, I applaud you on that. Those are some great key aspects for it. So, and Chas, I'll throw it back to you, but I had to identify and really augment or jump on that topic right there for her.
I love that. So, Ayla, I know that you don't want to spotlight yourself, but I need you to just share with everybody on, because you've done some incredible things. And so, as you're sharing those tips, I think it's important for people to understand that because you're doing the things that you described, you've been able to have the success. So, tell us a little bit about what you've been able to achieve in your bonuses just in this little bit of time that you've been with us.
For sure. No, it was super cool. So I always have loved the incentives. I didn't even know that they were there as I started promoting, and I just was at the grind like, okay, let's just share. We'll see what happens. But I did reach the VIP 400. And so that was super amazing. And I reached the VIP 800. I didn't get the VIP 1600, and that was sad, but you know what? I'm like, I believe in timing, and I know that it's all going to be amazing. So I didn't let that get me down. I just kept going. And I was able to, so I've grown my team to right now 3 promoters, which is super amazing. And that got me to my VIP, or not my VIP, the 4K rank. And I think I did that I think it was like 24 days, was able to do that. Yeah, just by sharing what it's doing for me. And what's even super cool, you guys, is honestly like being a part of the team that I'm a part of, Siobhan's team, just having all of the support, it really does feel like we are just building one big team of ripples. We get to share this product and it's helping me help them help others. Like there is no downside to this. It is all a win-win. And the way that the company gives back to us is just completely amazing. Whether you're a promoter or a customer, it's just like, you guys, if you just share what you love, like it comes back to you. It's so cool. Um, but I feel like what also helped me do that was, I mean, yes, like you said, we sell things, right? We're selling a product. And I've noticed that, for sure, I can go on my Facebook, I can go on Instagram, whatever, and I can try to sell, sell, sell. Here's the deal. Here's the promo that I have. Here's what I can do for you. And of course, that's fantastic for the people who are on the fence. And maybe that's the one push that they need that'll help them, say yes to themselves and their journey. But I've found that, really what we're doing is we're marketing our experience and
I
like you
love
said,
that.
the experience of others. And so it is the balance of, being able to, yes, sell the product, tell people what the product is and what kind of deals they can get and the value of it. But really, I feel what people want to hear, especially nowadays, you guys, how much is going on in social media? People are bashing each other. It is just crazy pants. But to be able to like take down your curtain, be your authentic self, share what's going on for you, the ups, the downs, what's working, what's not working. People really relate to that. And we see all these highlight reels. And if you're only sharing your highlights, they get discouraged as well. So I just wanted to kind of share that piece too, that I feel like in the sharing, that's what's been super helpful is remembering my why. I love this product. I'm funding it for myself. So actually, I don't need anyone else to thrive because I've decided that I'm doing it for me. But if I can share this to spread the happiness, then whoever's hands it's meant to get into, it'll get to them in their timing. And it's just going to be amazing. So
I love that. Thank you for sharing. One of some of the key takeaways is I love the confidence that you have in the product. That right there is going to keep the wavering because some of the brand new people on here, maybe you've already had a no. Somebody said no to you and you said you didn't allow that to discourage you. And then the confidence you have in your leadership. I can hear that you depend on Siobhan. If there's something you don't know, that you can go to your leader and you can ask for help. So whether you're brand new or you've just coming back into the business and you feel like what's changed, there's so many new products, the back office has changed. Ask. That is you have not because you ask not, and you have because you've continued to ask. I love that you said you were willing to invest in yourself. You were willing to take notes, set reminders. So we don't forget those people. We don't, thrive, love them and leave them. We have to remember they're getting their product and we have to show them how excited we are. So I love all of the tips that you gave. I know that somebody's going to go out there, they're going to implement today. And thank you for that confidence because that genuine conversation that you're having is what's going to create that compensation over and over. Now, I want to talk to you guys that have been here a while, like, hey, how do I rekindle the flame? I've been thriving for a hot minute. My new normal is I just get up and I'm productive. And so, what do I need to do? And I wanted to snatch Amanda because she's been on this journey for a very long time. But as a team, she's at the top of our PPA right now, and she's leading by example. And so if y'all know Amanda, she leads with complete hustle and heart. And I told her, I said, I want you to give us tips. And she made notes and she's going to just bring us the power of, what she's doing right now, getting back in phase one. And it's really just going back to where Ayla is right now. How do you go back to that appreciation of the product and the opportunity and what you have? So Amanda, let's take it away, girl.
Hey guys, so first I want to say my name was Amanda Arnott. For those of you guys that are like, who's Amanda Savage? I did get remarried, so my name is different than what you've seen it in the last 7 years. I'll be 7 years thriving in January. So I know a little something about getting ready for the new year because honestly, oh man, I'm telling you, I want each and every one of you guys that have been around for a while to take note of this. How you end the year is how you're going to start the year. Okay. So what you do now is going to be continuing to pay off over the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, next year, right? And I'll tell you, talk about real and honest. You guys, I haven't always had the highest PPA, right? I've always shared when I was loud. A couple years ago when I was going through my divorce, I got a little quiet and my PPA went right. It dropped bad, embarrassingly bad. And I struggled because I almost had that imposter syndrome. So those of you guys that have been around for a while, I want each one of you guys to do something that I know you've heard before. Grab your calendar, right? Grab your calendar, and it's time to fill it up with some events. It's time to fill it up with some lives. It's time to fill it up with your daily activities. When you're going to get on and do something and do a 3-way call or a 3-way chat with somebody, get to some vendor events. For me, I can tell you guys, I came in when I first started, right, 7 years ago. I came in loud. I did the live, just like, Ayla was talking about. I went live and I shared it with everybody. In fact, I was working full time. I can remember doing Zooms in my break room at work. And, the thing is that I set goals for myself. And so when I lost my flame, I thought, long and hard, and I had some people leave my organization, right? I went 200K very fast, and over the years, I've had some people come and people go. One thing I'm going to tell you is you got to meet people where they're at and help them set goals, like help them with how to set their goals, but it's going to ultimately be what they want to accomplish, right? It's going to come down to that for your customers. You want to make sure your customers are achieving the results that they want. So Ayla, that was actually an outstanding tip with you about tracking your customers' order. Just like when we send our samples out, I love that Le-Vel sends us an email. Hey, your customer got their sample, because that's your cue. Message them, right? So I want my samplers, I want people to talk to me and to ask me questions. How exactly are they going to be taking the product? How are they feeling during the day? Tips, especially if they're wanting to, work in changing their lifestyle, because you guys, Jason Camper talks about it all the time. You can ultimately take these products, right, and not follow the most wonderful diet. And a lot of you guys probably saw me on stage many years ago, about 130 pounds heavier than what I am right now. And I did exactly that. And I can tell you, I was taking the products, and while they made me feel amazing and I was doing great, it wasn't until I was ready to make the lifestyle changes that I ultimately got the results that I wanted. It was from being around this community. It was from seeing the Ultimate Thriver and the consistency of seeing people take charge of their life and their health. And so what we have our hands on, you have to share it with people because people don't know what you have. And just putting a picture of a product, that's why I always tell everybody during Flex Friday, don't just post a picture of the DFT. Let people know what that DFT and why you're taking these products. What's it doing for you, right? So getting back to the basics of that. And I can tell you guys that everywhere you go, not just on social media, right? So like now that the world's opening back up, I'll just tell you an example, and this is a tip that Chas, I did not come up with this, but Chas has been yelling at us for years. And you guys, listen, if you've ever been around this woman, she talks to everybody everywhere. And it used to be always handing out the cards. She'd be doing a 3-way chat. We'd be in an Uber going to one event to the next. And she was always passing out to like her business card. And then along came the QR codes, which, listen, you see this on the back of my phone. I'm showing you because Chas is using her phone for Zoom right now. I went to IHOP the other morning with one of my husband's friends. My husband and I went to IHOP. The girl that was waitressing at the table right next to us, man, she has the best personality and her hair was beautiful. And I was like, I need to connect with her. So anyways, I connected with her, complimented her, and I was like, you know what? We really need to connect. My daughter's in beauty school, and whoever does your hair, like that girl needs to keep doing it. Anyways, guess what? Added her on my social media accounts, and I already can follow up with her. And, we became friends automatically. So you guys can meet people anywhere you're at. Right now, you guys, that QR code, by the way, just so I'm giving you a tip on how to do it. Go to Canva and then just literally hit the plus sign on a blank sheet of paper, scroll all the way over to the right side where it says QR code. It'll pop up. Put your URL for your Thrive site, or if you want to put a Google form or whatever you want, right? Or if you have like a Linktree or Beacons or Milkshake or whatever your website is that leads back, and this will absolutely pop up right away, right? And that's going to give people the opportunity. Like when mine pops up, you automatically see my story, and then you see what Thrive has to offer, and it opens up to all of that, right? So offer samples. Ayla talked about this, getting her product, investing in herself. You guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. I sold in the first 3 weeks, and I only know this because it came up in my timeline, me sharing. In my first 3 weeks in the business, I sold four 400 packs. Right. And that's crazy to me. And I was just telling Ayla right before we got on this Zoom, I would pack 3-day samples in my bag with me when I went to work. So making sure that you're letting people know what you have your hands on, making sure you're letting people know, your customers know they can thrive for free. This business, what attracted me